Okay.
Pull it up. You see movement? Talk.
What is this? Where did this
You
even?
see it moving now. You see it?
Yeah, I see it moving. I see it moving. It's moving.
That's
Okay.
all it's hearing audio.
Ah, okay.
You
Okay. Look at that. Look at that.
see it
What?
moving now. You see it?
Yeah, I see it moving. I see it moving. It's moving.
That's
Okay.
all it's hearing audio.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Okay,
Look at
mute
that.
which one?
Look
This one?
at that.
You see
What?
it moving now. Audio. Top.
Okay. All right. I can move that. Oh, and I can hear myself too. Oh, that's a lot going on. Hearing my voice 3 times over.
Go back to OBS though. Go back to OBS.
Okay, we here.
Oh, did you? Nope, you good. You all good now. You straight.
I bet. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Appreciate you.
Yep, yep.
All right. Peace. Look at that. We figured some stuff out, folks. All right. Well, I guess we just gonna have to rerun all of that over again, right? As my uncle said, if you could depend on anything, you could depend on something to go wrong. It's a real situation out here, folks. So yeah. So basically, I wonder if I mute the computer, would I mute myself too? Excuse me. A little bit of sunflower dip got stuck in my throat. All right. So, folks, basically, before we had to go to that random break, we were discussing the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Now, for those of you who don't know, the trial was happening because on August 25th of 2020, Kyle Rittenhouse shot and killed 3 people. Now, people are up in arms. I went over, I read his counts, and basically, he was found not guilty. His charge of having an illegal firearm, one of the main things that people were bringing up, that was dismissed. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Well, one, this is America. 2, I'm pretty sure we know that if he was colored or any of a different race, then that jury would have happened totally different, right? So we now see that the law is malleable, meaning that it is subjective, meaning that any statutes or anything that can be read is done by what the judge thinks or however he interprets it. That's the word I was looking for. So, however the law is interpreted is how the law is going to be implemented and impacted on to other people. So we can honestly say that when it comes to people of color, that the law is interpreted most harshly. However, when it comes to white people, it is given a little bit of cushion. Okay, I lied. It's given a lot of cushion. You get what I'm saying? And so when it comes to the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, a lot of people are like, oh, well, he was defending himself. And in the story, you constantly hear, and he's talking, Kyle Rittenhouse's main defense was, well, I felt like my life was in danger. I felt like my life was in danger. This was what was happening. They were chasing me. They were chasing me. Well, in the testimony, Rosenbaum, the gentleman who actually, he said, Rosenbaum said, fuck you, and then reached for the weapon. McGinnis. McGinnis is the one who said, and that was the gentleman who was actually shot, right? He's the only surviving witness out of this whole entire malarkey. And so what he said, he was like, he said, fuck you, and then he reached for a weapon. McGinnis responded before bristling again at the question, implying that he had offered a view on why Rosenberg had lunged for the teenager's gun, right? So when these things happened, they said, well, what was the reason? What were they trying to do? They have yet, throughout my readings and just through my research, I don't understand how everything took off, right? I mean, when you see the video, granted the videos have been edited, so you really don't see the before. You just see the during of the matter. And what you see is you see Rittenhouse running, you see people chasing him. So if you see Rittenhouse running, you see people chasing him, then saying that Rittenhouse was defending himself is plausible. But what happened before? You get what I'm saying? Like, what happened right before those people started chasing him? Granted, what they were trying to say is that Rittenhouse was threatening people with the gun. And they were saying that people felt threatened by Rittenhouse having the gun. I mean, if you see a 16-year-old or 17-year-old white boy who has an AR-15 standing on the streets, quote unquote, protecting property, right? Clearly, you know what side he's on. They were outside protesting George Floyd's death. They were also protesting the shooting of Jacob Blake. So when you see this young white boy with the AR-15, an automatic rifle, and when you see him doing all these things, how do you know that he didn't instigate something, right? Because again, you have to take into consideration he is a 17-year-old. He broke down on the stand. He had an emotional breakdown on the stand. So who is to say what his emotional intelligence level was on that night? Now, granted, this is a night of protesting. I don't know if you've ever been to a protesting, but the tensions are high at every type of protest, and especially with the protest that happened last year, tensions were always high. You had the police shooting rubber bullets, spraying tear gas in the protesters. You had different sides of protesters, right? Apparently, Rittenhouse can't even went to Kenosha in the first place because he said that the owner of a property, of the private property, reached out to him and asked him to come and protect it. I'm sorry. That story alone sounds a little bogus. Like, how did the owner know to reach out to him to ask him to protect his property? And why were you requesting minors to protect your property? Why did you not hire a security team to properly protect your property? There were just so many variables at stake that it just doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? But again, we have to understand that, folks, here in America, justice is only applied because justice is given to what can be proven. Again, justice is justice is what can be proven. So understand that through all of this, people say, "Oh, he's not guilty. He's not guilty." Well, can you be proven that you're guilty? One moment, I have to sneeze. Ooh, awkward times. Be sneezing all at the wrong moments. I'm not sick. Thanks though for asking. To all my listeners out there who are worried. And so when it comes to Kyle Rittenhouse, when it comes to this whole debacle, people are just in an uproar because, of course, they see it as a race matter. They're saying, like, if it was a black person, then the verdict would be different. We've seen that. I've seen that play out in my own life, where verdicts were different. Even when people were defending themselves, they still caught time, right? But we really have to just look at the money. Like, who funded his lawyer? Who was funding all of these things? Again, who is this owner that called him down there to go and to quote unquote protect? And when he said we in the video, who is this we? Who was the group of people that you were with? What were their current views of the people that were out there? You get what I'm saying? It's just when it comes to all of this, y'all, and I've been saying this all week, like, yo, y'all better start thinking before thinking becomes illegal within itself. President Biden even put out an issue saying that, I know we're all surprised at the verdict. Even him himself was surprised at the verdict, right? But he was still trying to get people to protest peacefully and not be angered and not to go and destroy more property, right? Bump the fact that 3 lives have been taken. Bump the fact that we have lost so much life in just these past 2 years. Like, it's been a lot of death going on, right? And continuously we're always seeing deaf culture celebrated, and we're never really seeing life being honored, valued, or protected by any cost, at any cost, right? Like, we just don't see it. It's kind of like, oh, again, if this law can be interpreted that way, then you're justified for taking someone's life. The same thing that happened when it came to Trayvon Martin. It again Again, Trayvon Martin was guilty of wearing a hoodie, but yet George Zimmerman got off because he stood his ground. Not to mention the fact that he followed this boy. You get what I'm saying? He followed this boy, put himself in that situation. Similar to Rittenhouse, did you put yourself in that situation? How was this situation even escalated to the point where you had hella people chasing you, wanting to attack you with, might I add, random things, a skateboard, their fist. I mean, granted, what was it? McGinnis, he had a gun, and yes, he said himself that his concealed license was expired, but again, did Rittenhouse have permission, and was he legally right to be carrying this rifle? No. I bet money right now, if I was to walk outside with an AR-15, an AR, anything, I would be arrested and put underneath the jail. I would not get that same consideration. It would not be dismissed. So when it comes to this Kyle Rittenhouse trial and case, yes, he was found not guilty, as well as the case or the charge of him carrying a weapon underage. It was dismissed. So On 6 counts, he was found not guilty. People again are protesting. And I'm going to just leave it with this because we have to go into our next show soon. Please understand that when it comes to riots, as MLK said, riots are the voices of the unheard. And for so long, y'all, for so long, we haven't been heard. And for so long, it's so many activists that are just tired, that are just tired. You get what I'm saying? And we're tired because, yes, we are revolutionary fools. We understand that progress is not going to happen in a day. But it's situations like this that can be numbing, that can be, that can have you dismayed, that can make you feel like there is no hope, that can make you feel like there is no justice, that can continuously show you that America is nothing but a place meant to continuously uplift white males, and that is it, and to oppress everyone else for their benefit. That America is nothing but a corporation being a corporation led land, so to speak, and that people are just traded simply in for profit. That is what this verdict shows. Not to mention, I mean, to me personally, and this is just me saying it, this verdict to me may open up the door and the can of worms for more people to go out there and act crazy, for more people to think like, hey, you know what? I can go ahead and shoot whoever I want to shoot, and you know what? I'll get off. I'll get off on it. I'm just saying, the Rodney King trial went way longer than this, and it was clear, and them people weren't found guilty. Breonna Taylor's killers are still out on the loose. We still haven't even got justice for Emmett Till. You get what I'm saying? Fred Hampton. I just continuously going down these lines and just doing this. So, hey, again, who am I? I know who I am. I'm LJM. I've been your host of Hijynx by LJM. You are tuned in to Hijynx Radio, broadcasted by Hijynx Radio. Before I go off, of course, we want to go ahead and say rip to Young Dolph. That's a whole nother conversation. All I know is to the killers of Young Dolph, are y'all really aiming in the right direction? Are y'all really aiming in the right direction? So we have all of these situations going on and all of these things happening, and people are just out here killing people. But it's like, are we really are we really checking? Are we really aiming at the people who are actually making our lives hard? No, not really. All right. It's just, these are just all my questions. These are just all my questions. Well, we're about to go ahead and play Young Dolph Preach. Here we go. That was about 6 years ago. But, you know, it's just about that time. And this is what I feel like. So we're going to kick it and see what it's like. But again, you've been tuned in to Hijynx by LJM. This show is broadcasted by Hijynx Radio Network. I'm your host, LJM. And the next show we have coming up is Mr. Unpopular Opinion. He got 2 special guests in the building, y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Until then, stay woke, stay tuned. If you pay anything, pay attention. And y'all better start thinking before that comes illegal. All right, folks. Peace. Yeah, they didn't hear me for half of it. Because the joint was muted. Right there.
I don't fuck with these niggas cause they shady. These bitches, they just wanna have my baby. Born in the 80s, crack baby. Mama, she was in the street, so guess who raised me? You motherfucking right, couldn't get it from my mama, so I got it off the block. Been working my whole life, but I ain't never punched a clock. 9 years old, I seen a nigga get shot. Damn. Niggas quick to run they mouth when they get jammed. Pussy ass nigga, tell it on his own fam. The same nigga that you break your neck for. Be the same nigga that cross you out and wet you up.
Are you having them both on?
Supposed to be chasing money, but you chasing bitches. Real bosses don't talk, we just sit back and listen. Stack that paper up and then make boss moves. She like to argue, so I sent that bitch to law school. Keep it real with your dog no matter what. Preach. Same bitch that claim she love you, she'll set you up. Preach. Out here in these streets, it ain't no got the motherfucking bass thumping. Dolph got the motherfucking trap jumping. Doors to the trap open, now I sell you something. Hell nah, don't ask, I ain't frontin' nothing. Hell nah. I fucked your bitch and told her I see you around. Dog just skipped town with 200,000. Dog just pulled an 8 in a 2-liter pop. They say Dolph addicted to these streets just like his pops. Addicted to hustling, I can't stop. Won't stop, can't stop. Never hear me complain about what I ain't got. Cause if I want it, I'ma go get it. Yeah, free my nigga, yo, did it. Got paper route tatted on your whole titty. Same nigga you getting high with, he really your enemy. Every day niggas cross their partners out for Benjamin.
I keep it real with your dog no matter what.
Same bitch that claim she love you, she'll set you up.
Out here in these streets, it ain't no such thing as love.
The only thing I trust is this pistol and these slugs.
Real nigga shit, only when I do speak.
If that nigga don't work, he'll fucking leave.
I ain't got shit for a nigga, ain't nothing in this motherfucking world free.
Hello, Discover Card here to explain our cashback.
Discover Card here.
We match all of the cashback you earn at the end of your first year.
We're not doing that.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that.
Now y'all can be as talkative as y'all want to.
I'm looking for to you to ask some questions.
Huh? You looking for me to answer something? Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know they can hear you.
Who can hear me?
Everybody.
Oh, we ready?
The world can hear you. 1 second.
You said 1 second. All right, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you gonna introduce me?
Live doing all that stuff.
You ain't introducing me today?
And you got viewers too.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion Show, and I am the host, Mr. Unpopular, because my opinion usually is too true for everybody. Why am I getting feedback like that?
Because we're live.
I know I can't really pay attention with me going.
Stop. Just focus.
I'm trying to.
All right.
All right. Okay, so I'm here with the lovely at Tay Nicole.
Wait, I don't even know if we're streaming anymore.
Oh my God, we about to fight in this bitch.
We're not, because you over there talking about you don't want to. All right. Might not be. Might not be scared.
What? People don't love us now? We live?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, everybody. Sorry for those technical difficulties. Could y'all please tune back in and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hijynx Cleveland. Is that right?
Sorry for those technical difficulties. Could y'all
Yeah, I just don't know if you're not going to be able to hear you.
tune back in and subscribe to our YouTube channel?
See if they can still hear us.
Can y'all still hear? Can y'all hear us out there? If y'all can, go to Tay Nicole's page or go to The Flower Child. The with a 3, flower 3, child, because she's childish. Y'all bear with us because we still beginners at this shit, so it'd be a lot of bullshit going on. Don't get mad at us. Please do not be mad with us. We just came here to have fun and entertain. What we looking like over there? Positive energy.
Checking it out right now.
Okay, he's checking it out right now. If y'all can, just send some feedback. Like, yeah, I'm on y'all YouTube channel right now, and I'm looking at y'all live. And Mr. Unpopular, you look damn good. I'm fine with all compliments. The lies we tell. Shit. I'm the next best thing to God. You better chill out.
Oh shit.
All right.
Call me whatever you want. Just don't say it ain't handsome.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all sound good.
Okay, we sound good. Now, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion Show with your mans, Mr. Unpopular Opinion. And like I told y'all before, I'm here with Tay Nicole. Tay braids also. She do braid hair. She does a hell of a good job, too.
Oh.
And my dog over here, the flower child, the flower child. How y'all doing today?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Well, welcome back, flower child over there. And then welcome to the show, Tay. I've been trying to get you on here for a whole year. You say yes, what?
Forever. Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump into some worldly news right now. Really not worldly, just everything that's going on in the United States because it's a lot of bullshit going on right now. First, we're going to talk about this Kyle Rittenhouse situation, which my homie back here on the boards just got off of. And me and my compadre, Positive Energy back here was arguing about last night. But it was an argument. It was definitely an argument. This man here is crazy. But how do y'all feel about him being able to travel, his mom taking him from over state lines to go and participate in something that ended up in 3 people being killed?
If he was black, it wouldn't have been like that. That's all I got to say. None of that would happen.
Like, but how do you feel about his mom being the person who took him across state lines? You took a 17-year-old across state lines with an AR-15 rifle, and he just jumped out there to protect something that he had no business protecting.
Remember the owner asked him to come out.
Yeah, so I just feel like that's where we come in that racism is not, we're not born racist.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely taught.
implemented.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
that's my only opinion on that.
So did you get a chance to, like, view the trial? Did you see any pictures? Either one of y'all?
I mean, I seen a picture of him crying, so I automatically knew it was full of shit. So I didn't even look at it. I'm going to be perfectly honest, but I heard the verdict. I honestly thought he killed a whole bunch of black people.
Now, I'm going to have to go ahead on and apologize to Positive Energy over here because I thought that he killed a lot of black people also.
No.
Even though I still feel like that man shouldn't have been there. I don't give a damn if you asked him to come there. He shouldn't have been there, and those people will probably still be alive.
True.
Now, to just get away scot-free and have no repercussions behind it, that would have never happened if that would have been me at 17 years old.
You would have been under the jail. Under the jail.
3 times.
Yes.
And
And-
it wouldn't have taken this long.
No,
No.
not even as close. And it's crazy that did y'all see that beforehand, like while he was going through the trial and when he wanted to make bond, that he had a GoFundMe account and they raised like over $1 million for him.
Yeah. And those they did remove.
What?
They removed the GoFundMe.
They
All
did?
the accounts, yes.
I wonder, did he get a chance to get any of the money first?
I'm not sure. They
Now,
said all of the accounts were.
so my next question is this. The mom though, like, do y'all feel like it was not? I know y'all don't feel like it's fair, but what do y'all think about a mother taking her son across state lines to do something like that and then not even being held as an accomplice?
Why was she on trial? Why was it okay for you to do that? As a parent, and as that your child, you do for your child, you okay, yeah, you need to be on trial too.
Oh, but
Dropped off though. She didn't stick around.
She dropped him
oh,
off
she
like
dropped
he
him off.
was like he was going to school or something.
See, yeah, I didn't know that neither.
I didn't know she was 38 either.
His mom only 38.
She's 38.
Wow.
She's 38.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
It's deeper.
So she's still, never mind. But anyway, in other news, let me tell you all, ask y'all about something that y'all don't know. Let me just get y'all opinion on this. Guy named Christopher Belter, 20 years old, raped and sexually assaulted 4 teenage girls in his family's home between 2017 and 2018. And he pled guilty to it and received no jail time.
No jail time.
None. What is that? How does that make you feel?
No jail time.
None.
None. He received 8 years of probation, and he has to register as a sex offender. He's 20 years old.
How?
And these are not just like girls he was dating, possibly parents found out. This was like he raped them.
Exactly. Like he lured them into his house, whatever. They might have been cool, and then You know, he forcefully took it. 20-year-old.
20. And he ain't received no jail time?
None. And this was a year between 2017 and 2018.
That's it.
Was there lack of evidence or what was that?
He pled guilty.
He
So
pled guilty.
regardless
So
of
he
whether it
pled
was-
guilty and still received no jail time behind sexually assaulting kids?
Yes. And they were underage. They were under the age of 18.
Is he in protective custody?
No.
Oh, okay.
So what does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Somebody gonna catch him.
Somebody gonna catch him.
But he comes, okay, so the reason being, he comes from money, like his family or wherever they are. Niagara County, I'm not sure of that, where it's in New York somewhere.
No.
So, like, what do you think? Like,
That's why he got off, because he got money. They knew the judge, of course. If you come from money, you gonna have some judges in your back pocket that you got on payroll, just like police. Come on now. He got off because he got money. If he wouldn't have had money, he would have been in jail.
Now, how do you think the family, like, if this was your family, how would you feel about this?
Look at a person just knowing that they actually did it.
I mean,
And actually pled guilty.
Actually pled guilty. Like, yeah, I did it, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of us got them people in our family that swept under a rug. So, you know, so it's something that's going on like that every day. in
And a lot
life.
of people suffer from past traumas when it comes to that. So, fellas and ladies, y'all have to be careful when y'all dealing with people, because a lot of people, it's not you that may be the problem, but when they have past traumas, they deal with them in certain ways because most of the time they don't want people to know. So I would tell anybody, even I had to do it myself, go seek therapeutic help. Go find a therapist or some older person, a mentor, somebody you look up to that has a good head on their shoulders and can talk to you maybe or help you out in certain situations that you may not be able to, you know what I'm saying, get a hold of on your own. So don't try to self-medicate either, because self-medicating could lead to some harmful things.
Yeah.
So, and other news, right?
Right.
The FBI, how y'all feel about this? The FBI and other agencies, as far as the DEA and the ATF, have been paying informants over $548 million in the last 10 years to commit organized crime.
I seen that. I seen that. I seen that.
saying that.
I
though.
seen
You
that.
know, we talk about shit like that.
Right. We've been. I feel
Like, and I mean, like,
hustle
when I say commit crime, I mean commit the crimes.
Oh.
Like, infiltrate, you know, as far as drugs, as far as guns, as far as organizations, infiltrate and commit the crime amongst the people. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
The George Floyd thing popped off, and they had people staged downtown in other cities.
Putting bricks down platforms of bricks, and there was no construction.
So
My thing is, what's new?
we've been here.
What's
to
new?
that.
But I mean, like, $548 million. Like, we know a lot of people, and this panel right here, we know a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, is on the other side of the law. So it's like, it makes you wonder the type of people that you are dealing with.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody running around, iced out Rolexes, iced out chains, Cartier frames with diamonds in them, and
You only from
they
the D
snitching.
if you got them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it makes you look at this world like, is there any morals to whatever you doing? Like, you don't stand on.
Not at all.
No more.
None.
It's like you don't. It's like nobody stands on nothing nowadays. Okay, if you do the crime, you're gonna do the time.
Especially the newer generation. They'll do anything for money at this point.
I'm gonna say I ain't gonna lie to you. My age and down is I can't even say that. 40 and down. That's a part of the new generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they started
Yeah.
with some of them. Most of them.
Yeah. So that's a thing, doing stuff for money. So that ain't nothing new. That's been in our. Ain't nothing swept under the rug. It's been in our faces. They just basically admitting to it.
So the DEA employed 18,000 informants, some earning up to $1 million. Each year, thousands of confidential informants of human sources are on the payroll. So it's like you see a guy that got caught with this and got caught with that, and then
He on the street.
10 months later, he's back.
Baby, he signed them papers. He signed them papers. He told
if he made it down there, some niggas don't even make it down there. Like, it's a different world we living in.
Yeah.
And it's very, very sad. But, okay, so how do y'all feel about this? China is now the world's richest country.
That's not nothing new either.
I mean, it is new because this is what it is now.
How? Everybody gets stuff from China. China is way past us in technology and everything. They are way advanced.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not nothing new to me.
So what do you think that means for us? That's the real question.
We already broke. We already in debt.
Exactly. Inflation.
Exactly.
If y'all don't know what inflation is, go
gas
look it
about
up.
to be $4.50, and I'm about to ride
You
a
said
scooter.
gas is about to what?
Be $4.50.
So if you go to California right now, gas is $7.70.
And you know what I be doing? Rollerblading. I'm rollerblading.
You have some strong ass hips.
Strong ass hips.
I never rollerbladed when I was a kid.
I don't either. I like the 4 wheels, but don't think I won't.
Even at like, okay, somebody going off. Do you got to take a call? No. You sure? Okay. All right. So, one more thing about what's going on in the news or what's going on in the world as of right now. So, have y'all recently just seen that a bill was passed that removes training and background checks for concealing guns?
Not only that, they're allowing teachers to now bring their conceal. My sister is a teacher. My sister is a teacher.
Armed teachers.
Do you know how crazy that is?
Now, okay, first we're going to talk about just the average person. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a couple F's on my report card in life.
Yeah.
But now, a person like me could go and buy a weapon with no background check.
They want us to kill each other.
You know how scary that is? The thought of that is? And, like, I know some people that's out there doing what they do. And it's like, this is like a free pass to skip school. This like getting paid a year's salary for them because you get what I'm saying. So it's like you let informants, rats, snitches, or whatever you want to call them, run the streets and then be able to go and buy pistols and do whatever they want to do to people. And a lot of times, since they your informants, y'all not gonna do nothing but put them right back on the streets.
Yeah, they making them purge.
So about this. Yeah, it's like the purge is coming, y'all.
It is, for real.
And if you want to be serious about your life, I ain't gonna lie to you, you have to get rich in this new era. There's only 2 classes of people at this point. It's either you're poor or you're gonna be rich.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna be rich in this new world that we're going into, you better get into some e-commerce. You better get into cryptocurrency. You better get into NFTs. You need to learn about real estate, how the stock market works, how to create an index fund, hedge funds, everything, the whole 9. Because if you're not working your money at this point, you are going to be broke. And I'm telling you this from experience. I've been broke before. I done had money, went broke, all that shit. So be careful and learn and research about what's going on in this world. Now back to you and this teacher thing.
Facts. Yeah.
That's real. That's
my
very
sister
real.
posted it on Facebook, and I said, "What?" Now, mind you, my sister's a teacher in East Cleveland, so she get all.
She need a gun anyway.
She get all the back end of the parents that don't believe nothing going on with their kids and want to fuss at her. Mind you, my sister not the one, so she not the one that you want to play with, but she's still gonna stand her ground at the end of the day.
Did they say the reason why they wanted to arm teachers? Because as they said they wanted to implement this like 5 years ago at the last. Or whatever.
Why? Because all them shootings was going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's either here nor there, but what if it's another teacher beefing with a fellow teacher? You gonna come to school and pop me?
Great question.
What if there's a teacher who just hates their job, period?
And lose it and goes AWOL.
Yeah.
Or postal, as they used to call it back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of this time, like, I never even knew that this was, like, on a bill to vote for, but this is one of those things to why we should be more informed or even try to research what's going on in the world, because some things like this shouldn't be passed for everybody. They should have to do a real psychiatric evaluation before they give a teacher who's already in a place of stress and going through turmoil in their personal life and all that. and you're gonna give them a gun, and you have them teaching 40 kids in a classroom. That's a lot of scrutiny.
Not even just the kids, the parents behind them kids be the worst.
The parents after the kids.
Yeah, because most of them parents don't be in their right mind on certain things either.
It's sad, man. I just don't.
Go along with like police training as well because they should have. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
They have.
But they should have psychiatric evaluations prior to as well, and I feel like they should dig in a little deeper to their childhood, where they grew up at, and how they were raised as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that right there, yeah, the childhood traumas, because that shit can come out on the job because that becomes stressful also. But you know, in other countries, as far as like Sweden or what is like Amsterdam, those types of countries, do you know they require that their police officers do 2 years of behavioral training before?
They need to do that here because half of, you know.
And their crime rate is down to like 4%. Like they rarely ever have a shooting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because half the people that become cops do that just so they could just kill people and get away with it.
And I will agree with that. Like, you even got that. You see that when you see the security guards that are armed.
Right.
Yeah, they be ready to pop somebody.
I've never seen so many anxious black security guards that's so ready to. Okay, I'm gonna just put it out there. You was a bitch in high school.
Yeah,
So
but
you
you
got
get that
older,
gun in that position, you
always
you that nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gave you a little Opata, gave you some concealed license, and you put this vest on, and all of a sudden you became Superman.
Right.
You still a bitch. Just accept who you are,
you
man.
Just a bitch with a gun.
Yeah, you came to do your job, man. Just go ahead on and leave it like that. Ready? Huh?
Am I ready for what?
I was just saying, you did like this.
You got 2 minutes.
Oh.
You're on 60 seconds. Don't get to say the name of the station. You guys.
Yeah, okay. So, when we come back, though, black men deserve to grow old. This is I want to say a program that Young Dolph's wife is implementing.
Oh yeah.
So,
They've been talking about that real heavy.
what, the Young Dolph situation, or just the?
Her whole thing, like her brother got killed.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so we gonna save that for after. We gonna save that for after the break, y'all. And don't forget, you are listening to Hijynx Radio. I am your host, Mr. Unpopular, on the Unpopular Opinion Show. We'll be right back. I'm sure she did.
I looked at her page. I was like,
Hey, you could really tell the type of person she is based off him. He really was like business savvy.
Shit to her come with pain, and the shit is a shame. Cause when the storm come, baby,
Go ahead. Come on.
No. If y'all.
Who you gonna say, Josie?
All right. Yes, we are back from commercial break. I hope y'all are still having fun. If somebody don't cut this motherfucking music down, man. Yeah. So, hey y'all, how y'all doing? All right. So before we cut the break, we was talking about Black Men Deserve to Grow Old, which is a campaign or this new thing that Young Dolph's wife has started, or as I'm coming to find out that she already has started. So could you tell me more about that? Because I'm not familiar with it.
Supposedly a couple years ago, her brother got killed.
Oh,
So she
okay.
started like a t-shirt line.
And Black Men Deserve to Grow Old is the t-shirt line?
Yeah.
So, oh, man.
So
So it says 1 in every 4 black men between the ages of 1 and 44 will die from a homicide. 1 in 4. So that's like
That's definitely deep.
That's kind of sickening. When now that I'm thinking about it, because I was like, if that was just okay, me, him, another 2 people, so one of us gotta die from homicide in some way, some shape or form. Damn, that's cold. So okay, if you were in the faced with the same situation, you were kind of faced with. You was kind of faced with that same situation.
yeah.
Okay, so like, could you tell the people like what got you through it? Because you had a son.
My son's father
Right.
was killed day before his 5th birthday. So yeah, definitely prayer.
Prayer.
First of all.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I had to be strong for my child. So that's the only way that I really got through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still haven't gotten through it.
Mhm.
Like it still lingers. I still think about it. And just you want better for your own child and all of the thoughts that you just think about. But you have to stay on top of it. You gotta stay on top of your mental.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can easily fall into a depression, fall into, oh, I want to get these people back, or whatever the case may be. But just staying strong, really. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
Just staying strong mentally
Mm-hmm.
is the only way that you can really get through it. Just, I pray a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I also did counseling.
Oh, you did counseling?
Go through counseling. Made my son go through counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get the things out there, like for him to be able to verify what kind of feelings and emotions he was having at the time.
You say it was the day before his 5th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Does
He
he
was really young.
does he remember a lot of the does he remember him so much?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he even really has like a visual
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, but I feel like he has just that empty space,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll never
Be
completely
fulfilled. That void will never be
Yeah.
filled.
Yeah.
What was it like initially, like when you first just received that message? Like, because me being a guy, it's gonna feel different to me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I've not actually had nobody close to me like pass
Right.
away.
Right.
So it's like you in that situation and him being your son's father, and at the time it's like you getting that call. Like, what's the initial thought that comes to your mind?
First of all, that day,
Mhm.
that whole day,
Mhm.
nothing was going right.
No.
Nothing was going right. I was trying to have a sleepover for my son. I was in the midst of dropping kids off at home. Like, I can't do this. Kids tripping. I don't know if it's just me. So my energy was just thrown.
Mm-hmm. You big on energy?
Big on energy.
Okay. So your energy was thrown.
My energy was off. I got the call. I put my foot on the brake. Never put the car in park.
Mm-hmm.
Through it. I was just through.
Mm.
It's a feeling like it's indescribable, really.
Did you feel like, okay, stop playing at first?
I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I felt it.
Wow.
This ain't no game. It was not a game. I felt all of that. Everything, every emotion, everything I felt in that instant.
So it was just completely overwhelming. You just first thing you did was stop.
Yeah.
That's actually a blessing in itself that you just stopped.
Yeah.
Well, were you like you were driving?
Driving, Pulaski on 79.
Yeah.
Driving, I was like this close to the stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
Could not get to the stop sign. She called. Da 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 da. I'm like, drop the phone. Nothing. I instantly just thought about like, damn, cause all right, we were in the best of
Mm-hmm.
times
Mm-hmm.
prior to,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like he was reaching out to me beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
and those timings were even off.
Mm.
I'm like, the baby ain't with me. I just got off of work. I'm going to the daycare right now. Call me back in a few.
Mm-hmm.
Never call. Call back the next day, same type of time.
Mm-hmm.
Calling me private, I can't even reach back out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just kind of like, damn, was he reaching out to me like he knew something was going on, or I just had like guilt.
Mm. That can set in when a lot of times, even it being him, I don't know exactly the situation, but even being yourself, like when you feel something wrong, and it's always at the worst time with people a lot of times. That's why anybody I tell that's close to me, I'll be like, look, I don't give a fuck if you mad at me. I don't give a fuck if I'm mad at you. I'm gonna answer my phone if you call me, because the scariest shit I've ever experienced is like, I've actually been that person who was in a need of emergency, who was calling everybody.
Right.
In like a matter of 10 minutes. I think I called it almost every contact on my phone,
Right.
and nobody answered.
Yeah.
And to be in a situation where it's like either maybe life or death, you just be fucked up. Like, so therefore, like, people, if y'all listening out there, just understand, you could be mad at a person.
It ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it in the end,
It is
because
not worth it.
seconds go by and shit changes. Life changes every second. You have to understand, you can look at the world chart as far as people being born and people dying every minute. This is something real. You can Google it right now, and you can see how many people die in 1 minute, and you can see how many people are being born in that minute also. So it's really not worth it. Just whatever you beefing with somebody about, man, squash that shit and let your life live. Let y'all live, figure it out, communicate. But when you communicate with somebody, especially in these situations, like if it's a baby daddy, baby mama type of thing, you have to actively listen to these people, because they're trying to tell you something about them, and you can't just listen to respond.
Right.
So, you know, just be kind of, I ain't saying like give everybody a fucking chance, but just be mindful that people die every minute of every day, and nobody knows when it's their time. So, okay, you going through that, and then you said you did a lot of prayer after you fell into a sort of depression.
Yeah.
Okay, so what after, like, what brought you out of it besides the prayer? Like,
I think it was just my son, really.
mm-hmm.
It was just like I can't be too far under,
Because you got
because I'm
responsibility.
home. Yeah. So no matter what, I
Mhm.
knew that, you know, I had to have his back no matter what it was. But you definitely want to go through counseling, and if not for yourself, then like for the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
And
I hope y'all heard that.
yeah.
You want to go through counseling, not just for yourself, but for the people around you.
Yeah.
That's a really good key point. A lot of times you don't know how much trauma that you are putting other people through because you have your own personal past traumas.
And that's in that instance too. When that happened, I was in a relationship.
Mm.
So now we're going through the battle of, you know, dang, was you still in love with him? Was was anything happening?
But that's at a young age.
That we
So
was young.
you know, I'm just saying, like, even the relationship with the person you had, like,
Yeah.
because a person who's responsible enough or adult enough will understand, like,
What's going on?
yeah, that's.
But I feel like I ain't got no kids. I don't have no kids, but I'm a woman. But as a mother and as a woman, I feel like at certain points in our life, especially if we got kids, you can't let your kids see you too down because they gonna wonder, oh, what's wrong? What's going on? Is it me or not? We have to sometimes carry this, this strongness about us. And as a woman, we deal with so much on a daily basis that we can't really explain to a man, hey, this what's going on with me. This is what I got to deal with. But I have to save face, and I have to save a lot of my insanity for what's going on, because on the inside I'm going crazy, but I can't show nobody I'm going crazy. So let me go take this shower and cry in the shower, but I'm gonna hop out and be super mom or be super person. That's just us as women. We deal with a lot, but we can't show you too much. That's how I feel.
That's exactly how that goes.
Now, to address that point of women dealing with a lot and not knowing how it trickles down to their children, that is something that I wish that more women, more dads also, the ones that's actively in their kids' lives, shit, because I even have to check myself about shit. But when it comes to women, because majority of the time women are around their kids 80-90% of the time, like when y'all going through stuff, you the energy that you give your child, they're gonna take with them, and they're gonna carry it. They're gonna carry it like a boulder. And if you not me, I'm very observant. So if I know what my child looks like, and I know what children like to look like when they're happy. So if my son come in and say something to me, and I kind of like brush him off because I got something on my mind, he takes that feeling that I just gave him back to wherever he's at.
Yep.
And he's wondering from there on, like, all I did was ask a question.
Right.
But in my world, in my head, I'm not ready for the question. But at the same time, I shouldn't be giving you what I'm going through.
Yeah. Men and women is definitely different with that situation, because
women are a little bit more harsh, though.
In a sense.
Get the fuck out my face.
In a sense.
No, I'm just telling you I'm just telling you from a experience. This is me coming from, you know what I'm saying? My mom, I was raised by a single woman.
Yeah.
Nigga, when y'all frustrated and y'all don't know how y'all gonna get this done, or y'all trying to figure this out, nigga, walk in, I may have been in a great mood. But yeah, get the fuck out of my face right now. First of all,
that's a part of
shut that down. We have to shut ourselves down. It's no longer about us.
Yeah.
Once you decide to have that child, it's no longer about you.
That's out the window.
It's out of the window.
That's out the window.
I can't be upset with my child because of whatever I'm going through.
That's like.
And you also want to let your kids be able, like my son the other day was like, Dad, you don't know how lucky we is. Our mom let us have choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me being the oldest child, I tell my little brother, he's the luckiest kid in the world. Yeah. Like, bro, you get rides home from school. You get took to school.
Get on the one.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, I had to literally fight for my life just to go to school. You get what I'm saying? Like, I tell it, man, and it got easier with each child. And I'm sure, like, you being a mother too, you understand, like, it does get easier with each child, and it also gets more lenient. Yeah. The first Hey, man, eat your little vegan ice cream back there, man, and mind your business, bro. You always got some nonsense to say. Nah, but hell. No, but yeah, you can't. Y'all can't be carrying over your energy, that bad energy, and giving it to your children, man. Because when I tell you, they're gonna take it with them from now until they get older. And when they get older and they doing all this unexplainable shit that you can't explain, and thinking that you know your child, and thinking that you believe that, oh, my child ain't like this. Yes, your child is, because they're taking the hurt that you endured through your life, and you put it off on them.
Speak. Preach.
Oh, I'm so sick of y'all. Or, oh, your daddy this. Or, oh, no, your fucking problems are your problems alone. If you need to talk to somebody that's a good listening ear, then find them. Yes.
I'm literally thinking about putting something in play where I'm allowing black women to come and speak their minds in the.
And I'm gonna support it 100,000%.
Because we be needing people to talk to sometimes. We be needing it.
Like, we can't even go to certain friends or certain
Cause your business be all on Instagram before you even finish the sentence.
The people's one,
Not
yeah,
e-
the ones around you judge you the most.
Yeah,
the people the closest to you usually fuck you up the most.
definitely.
And like they,
Definitely.
and that's why I say like I'm very appreciative of my friends, like my circle. Sometimes
Did he hear what he said?
no, they do. I don't get me no. Like, and I only tell the truth. I've been that friend that has betrayed my own friends before. In certain ways, in certain aspects, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not no different from nobody.
Right.
That's why I've learned to like never expect too much from people because you're gonna let yourself down in the end.
True.
So you have to be mindful and just respect them as who they are.
Sometimes if you allow yourself to get in a dark place,
Mm-hmm.
you are expecting for your people
To pull you
to
out
notice
that dark spot and
That's why you
say
gotta
what's going
notice
on.
it. Damn, I ain't heard from my friend in a few weeks.
Yeah,
No
true.
way am I going weeks without speaking to
But some people, I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
we all. I think we.
Depending on a friend.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though, but I
text.
disappear. I disappear sometimes. I disappear when I need my space. I need to recharge my energy. I need to be by myself so I know what's going on. Huh?
But when
Do you communicate that to them?
I communicate that to them if they ask me, but sometimes I don't because I be so mentally into myself. I'm trying to figure out how I can get out or what's my next move or how I can do this. I be so deep on what I need to do.
In those spaces, did you feel like, damn, ain't nobody calling me?
A lot. Too many times.
But and that also stems from being in a mentality of survival mode.
Yeah.
When you're in survival mode all the time, it's like you feel like you have nobody to turn to.
True.
So you got to understand it's variables with this. Like some people, if I go a week without talking, if I don't post, I'm gonna get a call from Sterling.
Right.
And what's up, man? What's going on with you? Why you ain't such and such? What's going on, bro? How you feeling? And I'll be like, man, nigga, I'm just tired.
You
know
know,
what I'm
I'll
saying?
call you in a second. Like, how you cool? Your mental all right?
Cause
You-
I be
you sure?
drained. I feel like I feel like I'm 100 different places at one time. So when you get drained, I be hiding. I really be hiding at home, and
Yeah.
people be thinking I'm here. They're doing all the. No, I'm hiding in the house because I need to recharge. I need my energy to come back in me, and I need to get it. And here I am again, and I'm about to give it back to the world.
Yeah, because sometimes that healer needs a healer. That healer definitely need a healer. Because you take in so much of
And
everybody
that's a
else.
dose. That was a dose of positive energy. But we about to go to a break right now. We'll be right back with the Unpopular Opinion Show on Hijynx Radio.
No, those.
Sound like you overdosed.
Okay.
So is it fun yet?
Oh, I thought you told me. I was gonna say, you know, I'm having fun.
Man, do you know I had to switch it all? trucks that drive themselves coming soon. Apple dropping that other they own self-driving car with no
Yellow Crystal.
no steering wheel and no pedals.
We never got back at the gas.
Yes, 2025.
The gas. What gas? Who was supposed to come to that?
So, welcome back to the Unpopular Opinion Show, and with your boy Unpopular, Mr. Unpopular. I'm just telling y'all my truth. I'm an popular nigga. That's how that goes. That's because they fucking love me. It's a difference. I don't want you to like me as long as you respect me.
Okay. All right.
Motherfucker. Okay, let me ask y'all a quick question.
All right.
What celebrities, though, well, how old are you? 28? 29? 27?
I'm 28. Quit playing with me.
Okay. 28. You 28. You older than me.
Ooh.
Now,
Ooh.
don't nobody know how old I am. You know
I
what?
know, but people in the room know how old
Well,
you is.
that's it. So what? No. Mentally, I'm 60. Now, what celebrity's death in your lifetime impacted you the hardest? Like, hit you the hardest? Like, you was
Nipsey Hussle.
I wasn't even talking to you. Mind your manners.
Oh.
That's cool.
Impacted by celebrities.
Really? You don't have like a favorite celebrity that passed away or dropped dead on them?
Whitney Houston. Tupac. No.
I mean, I think how old was I?
Rick
when
James,
you-
bitch.
Man.
Easy E. Old
I
dirty
ain't that
bag.
old.
She-
I ain't that old.
I mean, you ain't gotta be old.
Okay, since
What
about
you?
what? Hold on, we about to. I'm
I
ask
mean, I agree with Nipsey. I agree. Yeah.
He cried over Young Dolph.
I mean, my feelings was hurt behind Young
Who
Dolph
did?
too, though. My feelings was hurt.
Man,
My feelings was hurt.
I didn't cry. It was just shocking.
A tear dropped.
That nigga's 36 years old.
Yeah. That right
He was
there.
36. What? Nipsey Hussle was 33, 34.
Yeah. We hope we make it to that age.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, whose death surprised me the most? I guess it would be Nipsey Hussle. I think it's in the manner he died. That's
Yeah.
what it was. It's like,
I mean,
damn, I died in front of my own establishment, which I, you know what I'm saying, took I did, you know what I'm saying, put all this hard work in.
Died in your hood. That's like dying. That's basically dying in your hood. That's the same thing that happened to Dolph.
I mean,
He died
I
in
get
his
it, but
hood.
I get that, but it's like when you turn the page. No, they both was different.
Yeah.
See, he just because,
He died because it was right in front of his establishment, like you said, though.
but they were only different in two different aspects. You had Nipsey Hussle, who speaks about empowering people and getting people to learn and be knowledgeable of self. Dolph was just a motivator he was an ultimate hustler.
Yeah.
Which they both were. They just had two different messages and delivered them in two different ways.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, but I just think it's the manner. Like, you standing on your own morals. Like, okay, I don't fuck with you, dude, and that got you killed.
Yeah.
That's the part that bothers me. It's like,
True.
Jesus Christ,
True.
huh?
Oh, wait, what you mean?
And the manner that he got killed, he told Nipsey. He told the dude that was from his hood. He came up and spoke to him, and Nipsey was like, "Man, you know what I'm saying? You telling, bro. You know we don't. You know what I'm saying? We ain't cut like that. You know we don't speak to your kind." And he took it offensively and came back and shot him down.
He was almost embarrassed. His character was embarrassed.
That ego.
Yeah.
That was that ego, but I mean, that's real though. I done had people do that. It's like, I don't hug you. If I don't rock with you, I'm not hugging you. And I'm at that.
Because that's a transfer of energy.
Energy.
That's
Yeah,
energy.
that too, but you know, in being in the industry or being a quote unquote public figure, you're expected to like keep up these appearances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you show any type of or something towards somebody, then people would hit you like, well, we gotta show united front. Nah, bro, bump that. I'm not united with nobody who's fake.
That's true.
I'm not doing that. I mean, life is too short. It's too short. I mean, personally, for me, to even want to even do that. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I'm not hugging you.
That's a lot of what's going on with these like.
Oh, you not hugging people.
Be quiet. There's a lot of what's
Fuck
going
outta here.
on
Nobody want
with
no
these
hug
different
from you.
peoples today, like different like people from YouTube or different even a platform.
Get the fuck off.
Violence. Violence in the workplace.
I'm gonna write your ass up for insubordination. Get off me. Okay. Well, generational curses, right? So the generational curses that we endured as we grew up, right? It got us attracted to toxic behavior.
Yes.
And I don't understand that most people, everybody. This is why I'll be having so many conversations as far as men versus women. Women are attracted to toxic behavior and feel like that's the right way to go. Like, oh, because I'm going through all this pain and all this suffering. This nigga ain't doing everything under the fucking sun. So I just love him because he keeps coming back. Like, that's kind of weird. Men, on the other hand, generational curses. The women who are not submissive, the ones who act like the hoes that we sometimes praise, and it's like, how can we be mad on one end? How can men be mad about when your woman or when women are acting this way if this is the shit that we praise?
Say that shit. Say that shit 3 times. Say it 1 more time. 4 more times. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Nah, I ain't gonna say it twice.
Say it again. Say it again.
But it's just like, why do you think people are so attracted to this toxic ass behavior right now?
Because it's popular and people are making it popular.
Exactly. Y'all a bunch of dick riding ass feet.
It's popular to mess with somebody when they got a girlfriend.
Unhealed is the popular thing. That's why I'm so unpopular.
Hurt people.
And that's why I feel like I'm unpopular as far as my opinion. Because I want to be healed. I have people in my personal life that hate me at this point. Because I'm not who I used to be. At this point, fuck you. Like, don't you know what I've been through, where I came from? Like, I'm a fucking king, nigga, and I'm going to sit up here. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to sit up here, man. I pay my dues. I walk that path.
Growth.
And if you didn't walk it for me, then
growth.
you can't tell me how I didn't change.
That's growth.
Or why am I like this now?
That's growth. Because, baby, who I used to be yesterday, 3 days ago, a month ago.
Nigga, the price did change.
It changed.
The price went up.
It don't change. But don't forget, I will still whoop your ass. It will still come out.
Yeah.
I'll still whoop your ass.
Y'all know we get into that real quick. Okay. And we about to wrap it up, y'all. So, I hope y'all enjoyed our show. I was here with the beautiful Tay Nicole and the beautiful Flower Child.
That's right.
Flower Child.
There you go. The.
Okay, could y'all tell them where they can find y'all at out there in the world? What's y'all handles? What's your...
Only on Instagram. Tay Nicole, Tay Braids. Hit me up.
Yeah, she is a braider. She's a dope ass braider too. Just to let y'all know. Okay.
Oh, mine's Instagram, The Flower Child, or Diva Cartel. Be looking out for that coming soon. There you know.
Diva Cartel.
Yeah.
You gonna give them a quick little to what that's about?
It's me. It's me doing my thing in my business. That's me.
Okay.
Just look for it.
Let the people know.
Let the people know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a future. Well, I am an esthetician, and soon to be out here touching faces. I'm gonna be touching your face. Let me touch your face.
You want your motherfucking face touched?
Let me touch your face.
Let her touch your face. Do y'all hear what I'm? Let her rub that juice on your face.
No,
now.
no juice. No juice. No juice. No juice.
Now, look, that has been our time. I am glad that everybody tuned in today. I had a hell of a lot of fun. I want to leave y'all with something. Before you heal someone, ask if they are willing to give up the things that are making them sick.
Ooh.
Now, that is my unpopular opinion, and this has been brought to you by Hijynx Radio, broadcast through the We Act Radio Network.
And we out.
And we out of this. I'm gonna write your ass up for
Insubordination.
Keep saying.
What you mean?
That's what I was saying. We gotta go on air with him.
Can I interview both?
That's today?
Yes.
Damn, I'm ready. Let's roll.
Yeah.
I think it's the most energy he's had in the last 2 months.
I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy.
I'm still sleepy. I can't wait. Once I get out this bitch, I'm dropping.
They always red, girl.
I keep telling y'all I'm the devil's nephew.
Not his nephew.
Might be his son.
Who? Man, I can't. You know know I can't function off no edible.
You had an edible.
Hell no. We gotta take a picture.
Is that I knew that was that shit.
You can't stop the rain.
We about to do an interview right now. Yeah. Yeah, I got the right mic.
Mike, yo. What's
About to do
poppin',
this
y'all?
interview real quick.
If you don't get off that
No.
time,
Wow. Sterling, you live?
You know the vibes, you feel the energy, and we all know what a positive mindset can get you. You guys are tuned into a dose of positive energy. And this week
Who, mine or his?
we got two special guests, man. Really my co-hosts. You know, Team Hijynx Radio in the building. We got Mr. Unpopular. We got
Hell yeah.
LJM.
You need to move that bottle from in front of your face.
So this how y'all feeling today, man?
In front of your face.
I know, that was the point.
How y'all feeling today? How y'all doing?
Don't you throw shit over here.
How you feeling, Crystal? You good?
How I'm feeling today?
Yeah. How you feeling, Flower Child? You good? All right. Now, how you Mr. Unpopular?
I'll be feeling better if your engineer back there quit playing all the damn time.
E-Boogie acting up back there.
Yo,
All the time,
get
man.
Your brother,
This
yeah.
not gonna be a regular episode today, y'all. We having a little fun. It's gonna be a little ratchet.
Ratchet.
We don't do this on a dose of positive energy.
We not being ratchet. That's going out of style. We trying to keep our ratings.
We not being ratchet, you know, but we gonna be a
We
little
gonna be-
different today,
we
man.
gonna be a lot of honest today.
A lot of honest, man. I got two good, you know, friends. I should say family. You know, it's family in the building. You know, we in this thing, man.
Yeah, you already know
tell
how
me,
this goes.
you know, so what's new with you, Mr. Unpopular, man?
You said, oh yeah,
Oh,
no kids,
okay.
no new kids.
That's a good thing. That's a great thing.
I got enough as it is
You've been,
already.
you know, you've been strapping that thing up with a harness and a lock and a key and
The chastity belt.
oh, yeah, yes. That's a good thing. Look, Reggie talking about Ratchet Saturdays. Reggie,
Reggie, man, I talked to him earlier,
how
bro.
you doing? Good, Reg?
Sterling, I'm good. Sterling, we sending them love.
We sending you love and healing energy, bro. None but love for you. Wish you was here, man.
Hell
What-
yeah.
What's up with you, LJ? How you doing though, man? What's new with LJM?
Well, let's see. We definitely did do an iHeart Radio interview for Evo. Evo got some merch coming out, so that's
Merch. What type of merch is coming out with Evo?
No, I can't tell you that yet.
Okay, well,
That's
stay on the lookout, people. Stay on the lookout.
Please.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Please stream me on all platforms.
All platforms.
Except for the fruit one, because you know they be haters sometimes.
Okay.
You know, definitely stream me, get my streams up so I can collect that money. But to be honest with you,
Well, I heard you. Wait. I'm sorry to cut you off. I heard you just had a radio interview with iHeart Radio, right?
I did have a radio interview with them. That was actually really dope. They had me spit a poem on the radio.
Okay.
So that was nice. And then it's just been a busy week. Like if I think about it, this week was actually really busy. Just planting a lot of seeds, putting some wheels into motion. You know, this is fourth quarter, so we're really winding down. I plan on taking a break after Thanksgiving. It's
Okay.
a break that I can take.
Hey, somebody wants your handle, man. They loving what you saying over there, bud. Can you drop that handle?
Yeah, you can follow me everywhere but home at LJM_LJM.
He said some pictures you can actually use.
So that would be cool. Oh my God, swishy.
It's a nice jacket there, Mr. Swift, man. Is that Polo? Is that Olo?
Yeah, because
Looking good.
players only live once.
Yes, they do. You better-
Joe hates ass back there.
Yes, they do.
Sounding like the Michelin time and dressed in styrofoam.
And you looking like the Michael Jackson
They
character.
want to.
that
Oh, they
never
want to
made it.
pin. They LJ. They.
Look like a tan Santa Claus.
That's
I'm pinning it now. Oh.
Hey, I swear to God, you are the most like what is it called? Plagiarist? Because you don't have nothing that's original. You steal everything.
All my stuff is original.
That came from a dude at her job.
I didn't say that it didn't.
You
I just
shut
agreed.
up.
I agree with the
Oh.
Hey man, we gonna get back to this interview.
That's what we're doing. We are in the interview. This is the interview.
I'm talking about talking to Sterling.
But I'm talking to you.
I ain't talking to you no more.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Okay, stop that.
Hey, now, I got to be a referee. I got to be a judge today. Got to
It's
calm
gonna be-
down, kids.
It's gonna be an ass whooping taking place in there pretty soon.
Calm down.
And, and it ain't no such thing as
Oh, so, okay. Let's get to this at hand today.
calling the police neither.
No, you guys were at a turkey drive earlier, man. The second annual Everybody's Turkey Drive, man. How'd you guys like that?
Or are we just giving a superfluous?
Who?
Who?
Nothing, keep going.
She want to use big words today, guys. No, but we want to give a shout out to everybody who participated earlier
Don't do that.
in the Everybody's Turkey Drive, man. Shout out to Comma Club, 10 Toes Down, Dopetism, In It to Win It, Mr. Unpopular, Speak Easy,
Go home.
Green is Everything, My Loud Radio, The Young King, Poem Rucci.
Rucci.
Po Rucci.
Yeah, Paulucci is
If
vicious.
I'm missing, we got all grind those sleep, man. We had
Yeah,
so
get money,
many.
stay fly.
Get money, stay
Dopetism.
fly, Dopetism.
I'm not sure. I can't remember the other.
Man, there was so many people, man. It was about 40. We had Bone Thugs and Harmony organization was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was there. I hope I'm not leaving anybody off. I am. Please forgive me. But we had a great event. We gave away over 300 turkeys, man.
Hey, Ma, how you
300
doing?
turkeys, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's a blessing.
Well, we gave over 500 turkeys.
Mom,
No,
I'm
it
on
was
TV.
a mishap happened to where we weren't able to get.
Well, you could have kept that lie going.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hey, we being honest. We being honest.
Only the mishap was the people who kept coming there getting 2 turkeys.
Yeah, they was filling up cars with extra turkeys and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know.
Cause
if
you know
we
it was
can-
2
What's
really
up,
supposed
Tim?
to be
I don't know if
one
we
to
can
a
really.
car,
I don't know.
but if you gotta put
what
a
happens
different
if you
address.
don't? Yeah, and the thing
You know?
is I feel it because
some
I don't
people
have
ain't
a
got no
vehicle
car.
right now. Right.
Motherfuckers.
If you don't have a vehicle, then how?
They was just greedy. That's all I could. That's
You can't say
greedy.
because people hungry outside.
See,
Yeah.
even Yana said it. Yana said they greedy. What's up, Po Gucci? We were just talking about you, bro.
No, but I'm just saying that people be hungry. You know what I
A young
mean?
king.
I can
Young
Still,
man.
what's up, bro?
Never mind. This is really the breakfast.
So
It's fun.
my first question, man.
Okay, well, let's roll.
What's your daily routines, man? What's your daily routine, Mr. Unpopular?
Okay, let's see. My daily routine, majority of the time, is 6 o'clock, 6:30, 6:45, something like that.
Okay.
I wake up. Just not kind of. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't just wake up and be like, "Thank God I'm awoke." I really don't. But I kind of prepare myself for the day. I might say a couple affirmations I wrote down. I put a sticky note up on my window. And I basically just prepare myself for the fact that, I'm only in control of me. I'm not in control of nobody else but myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore, it's like, take a deep breath, sigh, get ready to deal with the world. What comes is what comes. As long as I make it back home healthy, safe, my kids is all right, I'm fine. But then after that, about 9 o'clock, I'm usually in the gym.
So you big on making sure your morning is very
Oh, I make my bed
productive.
too.
So everything starts on your morning for the
Yeah,
rest of your day to go
yeah,
pretty smooth.
yeah.
Okay.
Now, besides the morning bathroom talk I'll be having, really ain't bathroom talk, but you gotta get that bullshit
I
from
talk to
yesterday out of
myself
you.
too. It's okay.
Yeah, you
I talk to
gotta get that bullshit out of you for the next day. You can't go into the next day with old shit in you. I'm a firm believer on that.
Okay, so you hit the gym up about 9. Then what's next, right?
After that, I'm going to Pope.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Got to give me a good old guava burner or a blueberry dream or something like that. Maybe a chicken wrap, but since now I'm on a detox, I don't really be having too much of a huge appetite unless I get with LJ over
So
here.
what you detox? What you vegan or
I'm
pescatarian?
I'm working towards it right now.
Pescatarian?
Right now, I'm just still like eating chicken and fish, but I'm down to eating like meat once a day.
Really?
Yeah,
So what's the meals that you eat in between? I mean,
I really
before
don't like fruit. Like I'm just big on fruit.
Okay.
I got grapes and I really don't go for apples unless I get it from like a farmer's market or something like that.
Mhm.
There's a lot of fake products out here.
It is.
There's a lot of GMOs.
It is. Yeah.
I didn't notice it until I had a bag of apples that I left in the refrigerator,
Mhm.
and it was in there for like 4 months, and they did not rot. They didn't rot. They didn't
watch
rot. They
these
didn't
fruit.
get soft.
nothing. It scared me. I promise when I say that, it scared me. I'm like, damn, that's 4 whole months. Then before I knew it, I took it out and I grabbed it, and it was still firm, hard, and it was just like, you know what? Like, I can't eat much shit. Like, so I try not to really eat fruit that's not real.
Mm-hmm.
But you really have to go either grow your own stuff or go somewhere like to a farm where they grow their own shit. But that's usually how my day goes. And then, you know, I get into picking my kids up after school, talking to them about their day, usually giving them some type of life lesson because every day, you know me, I'm a firm believer in you can learn something new about yourself every day if you're paying attention.
You're right about that one, for sure. What about you, Bud? What's your daily routine, man? How does Bud start her day off, man, and finish her day?
Well, yeah, no, like, honestly, I try to wake up at 6 o'clock. I'm going to be a little bit more honest about my routine.
You always firing shots. What I tell you, didn't I tell you when you get on air, don't talk about me. Talk about yourself. He asked you a question.
I am talking about me.
Yeah, but you keep sending these subtle shots. Do you want to? Do you want to have
like only the guilty is going to respond to?
I'm saying
shots.
no. This is what
if
you
it
do all
wasn't
the
about you, then I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Are you ready? Is this what you want to do?
Come on.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, man. Go ahead. You start off.
What are we talking
about? Because I ain't
about?
playing fair.
Daily routine. Get back on hand.
I'm just saying it wasn't even about you. In your last show, you said you tell the truth all the time, right? So stand on that.
All right, then.
All right,
So
then.
let's go truth then.
Don't think that.
Let's go truth. Let's get it. Let's give them a real show. Let's go truth.
Come on, what's your truth?
Whatever you
want to
do.
What truth you want to give them, Lai? Come on. You looking real salty over there, real seasoned.
I ain't
real
seasoned
right now.
I ain't seasoned, but I'll warm your ass up if that's what you want.
So what's wrong? What's wrong? What's going on? What's going on?
Don't worry, folks. We do this every day, so don't worry.
Oh yeah, this is normal. This is real, but it's normal.
She ain't.
You tell us about your daily routine.
Thank you. Before I was rudely interrupted.
Am I rudely interrupted through my entire show?
No.
We gonna get into this.
I didn't even talk in your show.
I'm gonna wait till this all over with.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Why you even gonna put us on air together?
If after this show, if y'all don't see her next week, you know what happened.
Right.
I'm gonna be in this bitch on live saying like, look, I don't know how to get to the YouTube channel. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah.
What's your daily routine, man?
I mean, it differs. You know what I mean? I'm still. I would say I'm working on the discipline portion, but I think I'm more so working on like giving myself grace, right? So one thing that I can say when I talk, I can't. My microphone won't go that far. I'm sorry. It's a thing.
Yes.
It gets on my nerves, y'all. That's the truth. Anyway,
What I do?
Everything, making noise, all that. It's rude when I'm talking.
I'm sorry.
You've been doing that the whole time, and you wonder why people be throwing shots. Like, anyway, and the faces. We see all your faces, y'all.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, no, seriously. So, Nia's hair looks nice. They both hair is popping. Everybody's like real clean. Lai's lines for his braids are real straight and crisp. You know what I mean? Like,
Keep on coming.
I'm telling you
Keep
that. I'm giving you a compliment, huh?
Boy, before the end of this show over with, they're gonna be like, them niggas need counseling.
Anyway, no, but my daily routine, like I say, I wake up and I always check in with myself, see how I really feel. Just give myself grace. I think that's important to be self-aware of how I feel. And then I move off of that. If I'm at my top self, like if I'm at my peak, then I get up, I do my meditation. I do talk to my best friend. She's the only person I talk to before 9 o'clock in the morning. That's Bougie Hoochie, who comes on here sometimes. Y'all might know her. I'll talk to her. She goes to work, and then I'll go and I'll do my stretching because it's important to stretch. You know, as you get into this age or into this decade, right? This third decade, you gotta like stretch it out, make sure your body is right. I do my yoga, and then like I'll like clean my house. I try to make sure that I straighten up my house at least between like 9 to 9:30 because I can't work in clutter. And you know, when you live in a space, it tends to look like it's lived in, right? So just being mindful of my space and what I'm doing. And then I lock in and I focus on work, on my clients or whatever else I'm doing from like 10 to 2. And then from 2 to 5, that's like my rest hour to just chill, reflect, do whatever I want to do, take a nap. Most of the time it's take a nap. And then at 5 o'clock, I wake up and then just go into the evening, whether it be whatever I need to be doing. Like on Saturdays, I'm here. So any other time I may have one networking event. I try not to hold any meetings after 5 because my brain shuts down after 6. I'm not doing that. I'm a morning person. So everything has to happen for me in the morning. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Some good daily routines, man. Mr. Unpopular, man.
What's going on?
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
How did you get to this point in your life? You know,
Woo! You ain't tell me you was gonna ask that question.
You know what? I've seen your transition. You know.
You've been there for most of it.
Yeah, definitely. All of it there. Yeah. So how did you get to this point in your life? Because then the transition is amazing, man. You know, a little rough around the edges. You know.
Nah, but he has a really good heart, yo, and I don't think a lot of people know that about him.
Nigga, don't try to sweeten me up now. Don't try to butter me up now, Butters.
That's that sweet love.
Yeah, she cold, boy. She cold. She cold, but yeah, back to your question.
So serious. He has a really good heart.
Transitioning takes a lot, man, for you to get that in your mind from you wanting to go from 0 to 100. And I've seen you go from 100 in this transition. And you've turned your life around tremendously, man. So what made you want to transition, or what made you want to transition, or how did you get to this point to where you wanted to transition?
I would have to say started like 2015.
Okay.
2015, 2016. Shit. I mean, basically, I was just living faster than I knew, faster than I thought I was living, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like, I felt like everything was coming at me at 100 miles an hour, and I felt like I could handle it all. And in between time, like I had my first child at 19. So, in the midst of that,
you having a child, still in your teens.
I can't lie to you. I tried. I really tried. I tried it to do the whole like family thing, and moved out of Cleveland, not far from Cleveland. Moved to Elyria for a little while, and tried that. I wasn't necessarily ready. Me or his mother was not necessarily ready for that. So it was like I was stuck in it was like we both were stuck in a situation that really wasn't going to go anywhere. It wasn't going to be healthy for me or the kids, her or the kids or something. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So, I mean, I tried working jobs. I was going to Luray Community College, and I mean, the relationship just didn't work. And at the time, you know how that go. Like, shit, it ain't my name that's on this lease. So I got the fuck out of there. I mean, we had an argument. I got gone. And I turned back to the streets. So when you turn back to the streets, all you can do is, everything is already uncertain. But it's like I was just living in the moment. I really didn't give a fuck. I had past problems, past traumas, did some shit I ain't completely proud of. But, I'm living. I was living at that point in time. So it ain't really nothing too much that I can say about that, except for like, yeah, I was just running the streets. And I thought that, I never thought about getting old, put it like that.
You just think about
I'm thinking about
right
the moment.
now.
I'm thinking about the moment and what's going to happen to me day by day. And the shit that I'm immersed in, is that the right word?
Yeah, you used that correctly.
The shit that I was immersed in, it was just like, I'm going to be the best at it. I'm going to be the best at it. I'm going to be the best at being the worst, put it like that.
I got a question. You said like things aren't certain, right? Like things are always uncertain. So like when you turn back to the streets, did you find like a comfort in it because you knew it already?
Yeah, I found a comfort in being in that environment because like I said, I tried to turn it around. That was my goal in my mind. But when you dealing with people and y'all not at a level to where y'all are mature enough to make this turnaround. And I wasn't at that point in time. Like, you know, I had just come out of being in trouble. Like, most people don't know. They do. The people who do know me understand that I was in trouble where I had to defend my life, basically. And I got out of it. But instead of seeking help, by the grace of God. But instead of seeking help, I just it drove me. It drove me to, like, you know, I ain't cowering away from this situation. So it was like, you know, me back even then or me even now, like, I'm gonna poke my chest out before I run. So in actuality, if now that I'm older, I wouldn't have been running. I would have just been taking care of my mental, and then, you know what I'm saying, going further in life after that, or learning the steps to be like, all right, we just went through some traumatic shit. Don't get me wrong, I was in the streets before that. I'm a fighter, always been who I was. You know what I'm saying, shit like that. But it was like I let that shit overpower me. I let the thoughts of what people thought of me overpower me. How they viewed me, I let it just completely take over my life. And that shit, and it's like, it became addictive. Just like how, when, you know, you get out there, you start chasing money, it becomes addictive. But the power and how people respect and admire you for the shit for the wrongdoing that you're doing, that shit can become addictive also. So therefore, like, yeah, like, my transition, like, really started in, like, 2015. I had my last kid in 2015. So now I have 6 children, but I had my last kid in 2015. I caught a case I took 2 cases in 2015. And the last one where I was sitting in the cell, like, I had to call my mom, and I think she's watching, but I had to call my mother, and they was like, my bond was $50,000. And for the alleged crime, and I'm just like, damn, that don't fit. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, it's like everything in that moment started making sense. Even though that situation didn't make sense, everything in that moment started making sense. The thing that I was getting myself into, that I was just building, like I was digging a fucking hole and didn't realize it. Until, like, a judge really recited to me everything that I had been in trouble for. Like, yeah, this is stemming from 2007. He like 2007, 2008, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2014, 2015, 2015. And I'm just like, God damn, like, did I really do all that? And I automatically went back. It was like in my mind, I went back to being a kid, because it felt like in that time in between, like 18 to 25 or 26, life was like a trance. I don't even remember much from 18 to 26. And yeah, it's like a blackout moment. I was so angry at the world for the shit that had happened to me, and angry at other people, that I was just hurt. So it's like I wanted everybody to feel the pain that I had to offer, basically. So therefore, I never ever turned back. I never just stopped in my tracks and was like, you know what? I need to fix this. I need to fix me. But at the same time, like, I was just really living life. I was making money, like, shit I'd never seen before. Or, like, I had, you know what I'm saying? When you're young, you see money. And I was around people who made money. But, like, when it's your turn, and the people, the women, the guys in the neighborhood, the guys, the admiration, the respect, and the negative and wrong influences that's around you, like, it fucks you up. Because, like, even though I got my mom in one ear, I got people like Bob Davis, rest in peace to Bob Davis, the coach from Glenville Rec. Like, they saw something in me a lot of the times when I'd never seen it in myself. Even though I always knew, like, I'm a very intelligent person. I just didn't, like, I'm just like, fuck it, this is so much easier. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is so much easier. Like, I can just inflict pain because that's how I feel anyway. I want to prove. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to prove to you that I'm willing to take it somewhere where you do not want to go. You know, that used to be a saying of mine. Like, yeah, I'm willing to take this shit anywhere you want it to go. Yeah.
Damn, he was.
All jokes aside. All jokes aside, bullshit.
Damn.
All jokes aside, like, I was really that. When I look at that character, man, it scares me.
I got to look. People used to look. Phil used to come around. Niggas used to be like this. Damn, shit. This nigga LA coming.
And what's wild about that is that I didn't even know this shit. You get what I'm saying? I thought that this is
me
how
and E told you though, like we'll be like,
yeah, this would be like in the midst of that, but it's like y'all my brothers,
right?
So it's like I'm not really. I hear what y'all saying, but it's like niggas is not.
It ain't sinking in.
Yeah, like niggas ain't tucking their tail like this.
It's been like that since we were kids. Like I remember on Burgess when you was fighting the dude Marvin or whoever.
Shout out to Starvin Marvin, man. Yeah.
It's like there was at one point in time it was like somebody was trying to like ref the fight. That's when Nell was still kicking it around us, and Nell told me to stay back. He was like, "Nah, stay here," because he ain't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get close, I remember you just squaring up with son. And I remember you punching his son in the throat. And son was like,
oh, yep.
And tried to hit a timeout in the middle of a fight. And you were like, hey, yo, I'm not doing this no more. But the thing is like, he was older than us. We were just 14 at the time. Like, if you really think about everything we did when we were 14, you know,
so what, but how did you get to this transition in your life? Radio engineer,
Teacher.
podcast host, teacher,
professional asshole,
I guess
spoken word artist.
Thank you.
Is her hearing delayed or something?
Nah, I heard what he said.
How did you get here, bud?
To be honest, I don't even know if I arrived yet. You know, like what LA was describing about like stuff flowing and da 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 da. I just feel like I've been running since I was 17. You get what I'm saying? Cause like with y'all know I left for home and it was quick too. It wasn't even sudden. Like in high school, I wasn't the itch. Like in high school, I was Jai Lane because I hated it. I went to Regina. I had like white racist teachers. I didn't like it. Most of the girls in school, they rocked with me, but they really didn't rock with me because, I mean, growing up, I was a bitch. But
yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you scarred Sterling for life being that bitch. You just was horrible.
That wasn't really hard. But
Oh.
but the thing is though, is like
She be throwing that little ice pick in that bitch. She be just shaking the nigga. Hissky. She is the boy. You will never let a scab heal. I can't wait to after this show over with.
Nah, but seriously though, I mean to what you was saying, it's like I was hurt. You know what I mean? I was going through a lot of abuse in my household that people didn't know about. Like I was physically and verbally abused by my mother. You know what I mean? Like 12th grade, I remember going to school with a busted lip because she got mad because I caught a flat tire. It was little things like that. You feel me? And like just being angry, like even angry to the point where she would try to separate me from the people that I love. You know what I mean? Like when my best friend
was me.
When my best friend got pregnant at 16, you feel me? She didn't let me go around her for her whole pregnancy. You get what I'm saying? Like I had to sneak to go and be around Crystal, and like that was my first godchild. Like I was named the godmother. I mean at 16 I ain't understand it, but I took it. I took that title, and I remember I even had to leave school early the day when Dominic was being born. Like I walked out of class, I had to go home. She would work late, and I had to catch the bus. Where you was at university, right? We had to catch the bus to university, and it's just certain things like I don't know why, and like partially I think like my mom's is sick. You know, in the Black community we go through a lot of mental health, and we don't understand that. So I feel like a lot of the stuff I went through growing up was just a result of her mental health. You feel me? And with me going through that and just growing up in that environment, I was just ready to get out. Like it didn't matter where I was going, I wanted to get out. But in school, I graduated from Regina with like maybe on a good day a 2.8. And you know, to get into high school and things like that, like we ain't had no money. So like where was I going to get a scholarship? How was I paying for all of these things? You know what I mean? And I had an internship down at the Justice Center. And that internship came in handy because I was there for just enough time to do what I needed to do. And then next thing you know, I was out. I was gone. I was shipped off to Hampton for the bridge program, because In order to get into Hampton, you had to go through this bridge program and maintain a B average in order to get accepted into Hampton. And if you didn't maintain a B average, then I wasn't going to get into Hampton. Well, I ended up maintaining the B average. I went to Hampton, and I realized I didn't want to do the same ish or have that same feeling through high school because I was depressed. I was depressed about my grades. I felt like my life was over because I knew, like, oh, shit, I can't get out. I can't get out, which means I can't get away from my mother. And then when I was down in Hampton, my grandmother, the woman who raised me, the one who I call my mother, she died the day after my birthday. And I didn't get to talk to her.
R.I.P. Granny.
You know what I mean? Like, and that broke me because that was my heart. And, like, when she died, I was legit like, fuck Cleveland. Because what was I going back to? I didn't have no stability. I mean, we were all going through our own ish at that time. You feel me? So we were separated. So it wasn't even like I had the support system that I have now. So, like, I had to go out into the world not understanding a bunch of stuff. I was green. I was so green. And that was just because I didn't get that experience as a high schooler. So I made mistakes in choosing friends. I didn't understand, like, what real friendship looked like from other people on the outside that wasn't in Cleveland. Because, I mean, y'all my family. I was around y'all all the time. You get what I mean? So how can I really decipher what a new friend looks like or, like, what a good friend is supposed to look like on the outside? So I had to deal with that. When I turned 19, I had to deal with a pregnancy. A lot of people don't even know, but, like, I was pregnant by, like, my high school boyfriend at the time, and he used to beat the shit out of me. And, like, I couldn't have that. Like, I couldn't bring that baby into the world with somebody who I didn't like. So I had to go through and get an abortion. And that was 19, and, like, I haven't been pregnant ever since. And, like, that messed me up in the head because, you know, like, when you go to the abortion clinic, you got people standing outside telling you that you killing your baby and you doing all this other craziness. And, like, I had to pray about it. And I had to tell Saint, that's what I named him. I had to tell him, I was like, yo, I'm sorry, but now just ain't the time. I mean, when he comes back if I end up having kids, but that happened. And then when I graduated, it wasn't sweet. And see, people don't tell you that. People tell you go to college and you'll be able to, like, make it. They don't tell you about that limbo space, like, after you graduate from college, that trick bag, like, oh, you got a degree, but you don't have no experience. Well, bruh, I need you to hire me to get experience. Well, no. So now I'm stuck in a city that I don't know because I was in Virginia. And I had gone to Petersburg, Virginia, off of love with a dude who ended up breaking up with me, going with somebody else. So now I'm stuck in a town. I don't know nobody. I can't phone home because there ain't no money from home. You get what I'm saying? Like, what can I really do? So for 2 years, I was down in Virginia trapping. Like, and that came off of me just dealing with the dudes that I was doing. As far as, like, I was getting pulled out of cars, put in handcuffs. I was on probation. I was hiding drugs in the woods. Like, I still ended up living the life that I was trying to run from in Cleveland. You get what I'm saying? And that was like some survival-ish. And then again, that relationship was abusive. I don't know how I kept finding the men. But that relationship was abusive. And a lot of people don't even know how I got to D.C. People think I went to D.C. because I got accepted into Georgetown. That wasn't the case. On December 24th, 2013, my boyfriend at the time punched me in my face. And so, like, my whole face swelled up. I looked like Shrek, and it was crazy. And I had to like pack a bag. Like, the only thing I had was a bag and me leaving that house. And when I got to the hotel room, it was a Motel 6. The room number was 216. And that's when I was like, oh, this is a sign. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to get on the right path. And then I ended up in D.C. on Christmas Day because my aunt's boyfriend at the time drove down there to get me. You know, it was like the whole damsel thing. You feel me? That's the only thing I had going for me. So then I end up in D.C. with a busted lip, swollen face, the whole life that I thought I knew no more. I'm living with an estranged aunt. They trying to tell me to press charges. I'm not pressing charges. Like, because see, what people don't understand is when you press charges, you have to go back and forth to court. You have to continuously relive that ish over and over and over and over again. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just move on. And I was trying to get my modeling stuff together because the Drake song came out. I forgot the name of it now, but it was like that whole Drake album. And it just motivated me to try to do better. So when I got to D.C., that's when stuff kind of like started turning around because that's when I got into runway modeling. Mind you, at this point in the game, I'm 24. So I started doing runway modeling at 24. That whole time, people telling me I'm too old. Come on, son. I'm 24. Shut up. I started doing runway modeling. But while I'm doing runway, I'm sitting here like, yo, if I don't make it, I need something to fall back on. And then, like, my grades were good from Hampton. I was on Dean's list all 4 semesters. Like, and I graduated in the top 10 in my entire school from Hampton. So I had the grades, I had the accolades to get into graduate school. So that's when I applied to Georgetown. And that's when I started working and doing all that. And while I was in Georgetown, that's when I became a teacher. I became an instructional aide. And then I got hired as a teacher. And I took the praxis test to get my license. I joined TFA for a second, but TFA was a sham. I'm telling the truth.
What did you learn
And yeah.
from, sorry to cut you off, but what did you learn with dealing with those type of men?
I don't deal with them. You know, I think.
What good did you take out of that, though?
I don't think there was any good.
I got a question for you.
To be honest with you, it wasn't like y'all. I mean, through all of that, like La said, you know how like you go through something and it's like, you know, you blacked out. You just going through the motions. I was still going through the motions of losing my mother. You get what I'm saying? Like I had never dealt with that. I was going through with the motions of losing my home. Like my grandmother stood for home. You get what I'm saying? And I'm a Cancer. Like home, that's my nature. That's why I love so hard. That's why I tell y'all on a regular basis, like I'm appreciative of y'all. Because that shit was lonely.
We love you too. We love you too, LJ.
Nah, shut up. But I'm just being
See, that's what I be
serious,
talking
like,
about. You want to be that was a prime example right there.
But that's just
You want to be soft and then you want to be hard.
But that's just what I'm saying.
You like a goddamn
like,
Tootsie Pop.
It was cold. It was real cold out there. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get put in situations and you have to deal with stuff that you don't.
You ain't shit, Bundy.
Bundy ain't never been shit. But like you have to go and like you have to deal with certain things that you don't think that you would deal with. You feel me?
Bundy said they ain't shut this shit down yet.
Yeah, Bundy ain't
hey,
shit.
I'm boycotting your music now. Only your music from now on. It's by yourself, not everybody else. I'm boycotting you, bro.
Nah, but Bundy's actually a dope rapper, even though he hating right now.
Yeah, really is.
He really is. Like him and Cream's latest joint was fire. That joint was fire, and I hope you feel stupid now that I want to give you props. But
yeah,
but
stupid.
Anyway, but nah, you feel me? It's just like, I mean, it just gets hectic. Like,
Bundy said he loved you.
Who's that question?
What was your question, LA?
My question was, okay, after going through that with those type of guys and those characteristics that a man may possess, can you see it coming now, like with guys?
Yeah, like now I pay more. It's that feeling that I get on the inside, my intuition. So like I pay real close attention to how I feel. Like I don't ignore it, and that's one thing that I was doing then. Like I was ignoring my feelings. I wasn't even paying attention to my feelings.
You was ignoring the hurt because you didn't have nowhere else to go.
I mean, I was blinded by like I was angry. I was the same way as you. Like I was angry, bruh. I was angry at my father. I was angry at my mother. I was angry at society and like the fucked upness of like me getting into this debt and I can't get a job. Like how am I surviving right now? Like I was tight and being so mad and being so angry. Like it don't get you nowhere. You feel me? Like
thank you. I'm so glad you said that.
And then on top of that, like all that anger was doing was hurting me. Like. I mean, when I was in Virginia, I would smoke, and I ain't gonna lie, I would take Molly. You know, when Molly was popping, I would take Molly, y'all. And I remember the last time I got thrown into a police car young, I was so fucking high. I was so high to the point where I sat in the back of the seat, and them seats were so comfortable. Yo, I was.
Yeah, I know you was high.
Yo, I was.
Cause ain't no damn way in 3 days that it's ever been comfortable.
I'm so serious. Them seats were so comfortable. I promise you, and I was just so tight. Like my spirit was tired. You get what I mean? Because I wasn't walking in my purpose. I was so far from my purpose, and I was so different from the person that y'all see right now. Like if y'all would have seen Aaron then,
you wouldn't believe who you was looking at.
Yo, you wouldn't, son. I was the straight up uncouth savage. Like on God, like it was crazy. Like I wasn't who I was. Like I was the complete opposite of who I am, and like just being in that back seat, I promise I was handcuffed and everything, and like I promise you, I wanted to fall asleep, and I was like, yo, chill. And I remember being in the back car, the black cop, the only black cop out there, he came up there, he started reading me my rights. The white boy yelled, don't read her rights. And it's like all that ish, son. Like all of that ish that happened. I mean, they ended up finding a pistol in the whip. They found everything. They took my phone. Like that whole situation was crazy. That whole situation was crazy within itself. So, I mean, I've been on every side of the spectrum when it comes to this life, and that's one of the reasons why I be trying to tell my kids, like, I'm only telling you and when I say kids, I mean my students and my god kids and my nieces and my nephews. Like, I tell them, like, I'm not telling you anything that I haven't experienced. Exactly. You feel me? And like even on social media, I don't never have to cap or front or flex about who I am or what I've been through, because I've been through it all. Mm-hmm. Like I've been through it all. I feel like I wear a lot of faces of a lot of women to what they go through. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean? And yeah, so like I legit feel like I've been running since I was 17, and I don't feel like I've been in that space yet where I'm like, oh, I made it. I mean, I've been in a position where I had mad money, but it was never equal. It was like, okay, I got mad money, but I'm disconnected from my family. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm connected to my family, and like I'm invoked in love and all that other stuff, and I ain't got no money. So it's just like, I don't feel like I made it, and like I've gone through a lot of transformations, but I can't sit there and say like I'm there yet. You feel me? And I know I was like real long-winded. I don't even know how I got on that. But yeah, and that was my first time ever telling that story.
We love the vulnerability, man. That was. I don't think we never had anybody, shed a tear on.
Yeah, because right now, if this was football, we'd be doing a dog pile on you. Like, oh, go ahead, you get your ass over here.
I ain't crying for real. I mean, Crystal was crying. That's the only reason why I started tearing up.
Man.
I ain't never said it out loud.
Sure, we getting that on a dose. We getting realness on the dose of positive energy.
Real, like, we are real family. Not just friends, because, like, the shit that they feel, I feel. I may go about it in a different approach, because I don't just believe in just sitting down and taking nothing. Because I believe as long as I can stand up on my 2 feet, nigga, you can too. Mm-hmm. And I'm not just gonna sit down and take nothing willingly. But at the same time, we are a real family. So I hope y'all understand that. Now go take your ass and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. If you hit the link in my bio on my Instagram page, you can go and subscribe. Thank you, and please, have a nice day. Now back to you, P.E. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, P.E.
Damn.
P.E. Personal elevation.
Ooh, I like what you did.
Don't get me started. Y'all know I dropped this shit for days. All right now.
Bar.
Gym dropper. You had them jewels in the ground. Yeah.
So I see. We've heard about the traumatic situations. We heard about the chaos. Mm-hmm. We heard about the self-discovery. Mm-hmm. But how do you guys find peace?
That's a daily.
How do we find peace? How do she find peace?
Either go ahead. Whoever want to shoot first.
All right. Well, since we got like 10 minutes left, I'm not gonna lie to you. Before, I used to believe that, and it helped. I'm not saying it didn't help. Before, I used to believe that the peace was within me, like in my dealing with my children. Mm-hmm. Like, they bring me a level of peace, but that's just like part of it. Mm-hmm. It's a good portion of it, but my peace a lot of the times comes from being alone. And understanding that I don't understand everything about me just yet. Mm-hmm. So it's like my peace comes in figuring out myself. Mm-hmm. And it's like the more I walk on this journey or the more I go through life, me getting to know myself becomes my peace. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Every time, like, it's weird that I learn something about me in deep thought, or I learn something about the world. Like, so my peace comes with learning. So the more knowledge I gain, the better I feel. When I feel like I'm not learning something, when I feel like I'm not learning,
stagnant.
I feel like I get frustrated. My anger. Y'all hear me say it, like, y'all at random times, like, man, I feel like fighting because I feel like I'm not moving. And that's what, like, fighting and being boxing and shit like that, it used to give me something to study because I have to learn my opponent. I have to outsmart him to where I don't get hurt in the situation. So therefore, that's where my mind goes. It's like shit. I have to learn how to continuously learn, or I feel like I'm just doing nothing. And it's like every second that pass, me, y'all know I'm a firm believer, and it's like shit. Life is very, very short. Life can be short. And I'm gonna say life is very short just because it is. Life can be short. Every minute that passes is getting you closer to your demise, and it's like, what are you doing in between time? Are you living your life based upon the popularity and what other people want you to do? Or are you really living out your truth? My truth is I can go into a room full of white people and know how to converse with them. I can go into a room full of killers and get along with them. You get what I'm saying? I can go into a room full of children and bring happiness and joy. I can entertain people. You get what I'm saying? I can maneuver. I can adapt to every situation. So that's something that I always prided myself on. But it's like trying to be stuck in one form or fashion, it just don't work for me. That's why I'm dog shit tired right now. But I wear enough hats, nigga, to fill up a hat rack. You get what I'm saying? I'm a son. I'm a father. I'm a family member to my friends. You get what I'm saying? I'm a great advice giver.
Entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur. Don't forget, green is everything. You need landscaping done. Anything that deals with a house done. Call me. You hit me up. DM, whatever. But I'm always trying to be a good person to others. And don't get me wrong, in my past, that's also can be a downfall. Like just trying to always, the people who I had to learn, like if you drain my energy with me trying to help you, I have to stay away from you. Because most people don't like the message I left. Before you try to heal someone, ask them, are they willing to give up the shit that's making them sick? Because if you're not, you're about to take all my fucking energy and just bottle it up. And I'm going to be sitting here drained looking like an asshole because I feel like I'm doing justice for you when I'm really harming myself. So that right there, for me, I have to continuously keep learning. I have to learn something new. And it's like sometimes I have to sit still and work on one thing. And that's what I got y'all for. That's how I feel like that's y'all place in my life. Like, Aaron might call me and say some off the wall shit, and I just be like, man, I'm not about to do that shit. She'd be like, nigga, get your ass up, and I'd be like, all right, here I come. You get what I'm saying? You might call me at a time where I got a lot on my mind, and then it's like, bro, snap out of it. You know what I'm saying? It could be worse. It could be way worse. Crystal, I called Crystal and, hey, I don't know how to do this or I don't know how to do that. All right, 10 minutes later, she's hitting me back with a text. Okay, this is that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm a team player. I feel comfortable as a team player. But I will put that motherfucking mask on and be the leader at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? I'll put it on in a heartbeat. And if I got to go to war for y'all will never even have to know it, or I won't even speak to y'all about it. You get what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's my character.
What about you, bud? Sorry to stop you.
It's cool.
How do you find your peace?
I mean, like I said, that's like a daily struggle for me, just because, like, inside here is vicious, like, and I feel like dealing with my mental is one thing I had to learn how to do in a healthy way, because I used to like really negative self-talk to myself. I used to be rude as fuck to myself for no reason.
You still rude, not other people.
I had to like really go and like change up the way I would talk to myself. You know what I mean? And I mean, I started doing that once I got to DC. Like once I had to start healing myself and just going through everything that I was going through, I had to really like start understanding that. Even when I got to DC, that's when I discovered my spirituality, right? That's when I discovered to start praying to my ancestors, and that's when I started seeing changes. That's when I learned to stop saying amen, because when you say amen at the end of something, you're praying, you're still praying to another God. So a lot of people don't know, like you praying to 3 different gods in one prayer. And so when it comes to that, I started learning how to say ashe to like seal what I'm saying. I learned how to talk to my ancestors, all of those things. And my spirituality is like what really gets me there. I mean, I still write. I've always wrote. That's where poetry and stuff comes into play. But journaling, like even now, I had to get back to journaling. Like I got a book that I just write in daily. I mean, and that's just me talking about now. It's not me talking about the future or me trying to do anything, but it's like really just addressing how I feel in the moment. And like yesterday, I told y'all, I was disturbed. I tried to go buy a car, and them fools tried to hit me for rent. And I was like, "Whoa, hold on now!" Like,
what elaborate about what you mean hit you for rent?
They wanted $750 for a note a month. What? And that's the quickest way to go into debt. Because as we watched that video today, it's like, come on, son.
Yep.
You pay $700. If you saved $500 from the time you were 30 to the time you were 60, you would have at least $5.6 million in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, yo. Like
with an average
right.
average monthly payment of $500 a month.
Hello, and this is what I'm saying is like I'm playing the long game here. You get what I mean? Like I'm trying to build indestructible generational wealth. And sometimes that takes me out my hookup. And I'm sorry, I don't be trying to have money be like my main focus. And that's the other thing. I had to recognize that some of my prayers were real capitalistic. God, give me money. God, do that. And it's like, yo, what you doing?
Hey now.
And like, what you praying for? You feel me? It's like, what are you really praying for? Like, and how are you really trying to change something? So it's like I had to change my prayers. Like, I pray for mankind to increase their social emotional intelligence and for people to start loving again, because the world is lacking love, and that's where all this darkness is coming from. You get what I'm saying? It's like I had to change my mindset around a bunch of stuff and understand that money is just a tool, and as well as money is nothing but a result of an intention that I already had. You feel me? So like really focusing on my intentions, like I don't mind investing in Hijynx Radio and going broke. Like, I don't mind investing and spending my money on Speakeasy. I don't mind investing in high class. Like, those are the seeds in my garden that I continuously try to water and maintain. But I mean, when it comes to peace, I mean that's a daily type of thing. Like, and I even had to change my mindset because I just went through a bout of depression. I mean, I ain't going front, but it's like I deal with anxiety and depression sometimes. Like when I get sad, y'all, I'm sad. And I mean, it's a wrap. And like we were talking on LA show, it's like when you disappear, I turned my phone off for one day, son. LA pulled up to my crib and Crystal was threatening to pull up to my house. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all already know it's not normal for me to drop off, especially from y'all. It don't matter if I drop off on the rest of the world, but not y'all. You feel me? So it's just like when dealing with that, I had to change my mindset to thinking like, all right, today I'm gonna get that call. You know, like I made a product. My product is Evo. It's streaming out there in the world. So with Evo streaming out there, that means anybody can hear it. Anybody can hear it. Def Jam can call me tomorrow. Yo, you know what? We trying to switch the game up. We want to sign a poet. You gonna be the first poet to hit the game and change the game. Boom, bet, let's go. Because I'm about mental liberation. I know for a fact that my poetry is gonna change the game. Like that's why I'm hopping on all these features. Hopefully, Raw Entertainment gonna pick me up. I want to roll with a winner. What's good? You get what I'm saying?
That's coming next. That's coming next.
But you feel me? Like even with that, Erykah Badu about to hit me and be like, "Yo, sis, I need you on this album." You get what I'm saying? It's like I have to wake up every day and just be like, "Yo, that call hasn't come through." I have to wake up every day and be like, "Yo, that opportunity is here." I have to trust in the seeds that I planted, and I have to trust in the path that God has for me. Even if I don't understand it right now, I have to understand that the answers will come. Even if I don't have the answers will come, and it's cool. It's cool, and I don't have to understand the how. I just have to continuously pray, and I need to prep for it. Like I need to be ready. Like if somebody hands me a microphone right now to spit 3 poems, can I do it? Let's go. If somebody pulls me to be a model, because I just got an endorsement to be a model for Grindstone down in DC. Can I go and fit myself into a swimsuit, or am I going to be trying to hide? You get what I'm saying? Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing so I can be ready for everything that I'm asking for? Or am I asking for stuff and my hands are still full because I'm holding on to things that no longer serve me? Like, what am I really doing? So it's just being in that mindset, like, yo, the call can come tomorrow. The call can come, things like that. Like, I mean, and that's positive energy.
Oh, man, we about to get ready to wrap this thing up, man. But I got the final question. The question of questions. How important is positive energy in you guys' lives?
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say they saved my life. It was another big part of saving my personal life. Like 2018 when you said you wanted to start it, and I told you, what is you still doing out here with me then? And like I said, you left for 60 days. And when you came back, you made me a believer. Put it like that. You made me a believer. After that, I knew like everything is possible. After that conversation, I asked you, why are you out here with me? Why are you still bending corners and all this other shit? And you just was like, you right. And when you left and came back, positive energy was a real thing. It was real. And it was like your attitude, your mood, the way it made you kind of like glow. Like you felt like this was the right thing to do. Whether it may be the right thing to do or not, you felt it, like, and it showed on you. So you made me a believer. So that's why I say like positive energy means a lot to me, because it helped get my mind off the bullshit that it was on, and all of the sad, depressed days. It like literally, and that's why I tell you, like, people don't know how to take me now. Yeah, I'm still with all that shit. Like, don't get it twisted. I can be, but for the right reasons. And no reason that you guys are nothing, nigga. You're not worth it to me.
Facts.
You're not worth it to me, because like I say, when I take it, I'm taking it there. But it's just not. It ain't there. I would rather try to help you understand why you need positive energy in your life before you throw your life away, or before you mess up somebody else's. But that's why positive energy is so important to me.
How about you, bud?
Nah, that's real. I think positive energy is important to me because I remember it was like a family reunion when I came home when Sierra passed away. That was my first time coming around young in some years. I mean, the love didn't change, but again, that was me going through my dark space. You know what I mean? So when I came home, somebody was telling me something about positive energy. We were standing outside, right? And because I saw it, I was like, oh, positive energy. I was like, that's dope. And it was like, oh yeah, that's Sterling's joint. I'm like, Sterling. And one, I didn't even know what any of y'all looked like anymore, because I still had the 17-year-old image inside of my head. We all adults. You get what I mean? And I remember I turned around, I saw you. You still shook from us being kids and me bullying you, so you wasn't really trying to holler at me. Like, you wasn't really trying to talk or anything like that. But
she just gave him a dose of bullshit.
Right.
But you know, I was like, yo, that's really dope. And like I had told you what I was doing with like Speakeasy, and like what was so crazy is like you started Positive Energy the same year I started Speakeasy. Yeah, like 2018 was the year, that was the turning point from. That's when I started being on the radio in DC. That's when I started Hijynx. I got on 89.3 with Sophie's Parlor. Shout out to WPFW for having me. And that's when all that stuff started switching around. Like, I had just became Miss Black America DC when I had came home. Like, all of that happened. You know what I mean? So like when I saw you were doing that work, I saw what else needed to happen in Cleveland. And I was like, well, why ain't all of this stuff getting done? And like, that's when a voice whispered to me and was like, cause you ain't here. So
that was powerful.
So you went and you gave me the motivation to come home and really do the work, because at least I knew somebody that I grew up with was on the same type time. You get what I mean? We were on the same path to like really change our hood and make an impactful like positive change, like what we did today with everybody's turkey drive. Like,
yeah, we have to change the world, just not neighborhood.
I'm just saying, but like, think about it though. Think about if all the people, if the teachers who didn't believe in me in high school, you get what I mean? If all the people who told us that we were never going to be nothing saw us today outside really just running stuff how we were running stuff, they can't say anything. If anybody comes here, like, y'all, when we think about Hijynx Radio, we launched this joint in January. And y'all want to know the truth? Our studio hadn't even been built when we did our launch party. I still didn't know what we were doing. I was just saying, yo, we were going to be on the radio. Like, in a week before, we finally got the headphones and the mic. And then literally like a day later, the system finally got hooked up. But we were bandoing it out in my house in a tiny room. And then 6 months later, we got a whole studio inside of an office building. We streaming live on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? We got cameras, all
this
that.
Is a radio station.
It's a whole radio station.
I am a radio personality. He is a radio personality. She is a radio personality. This is not just a podcast. You
get it
what I'm
right.
saying? So we do this. We are taking this very, very serious. We do this shit for real, y'all. So that's why we tell y'all, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All those things.
We just it's nothing. It costs you nothing to support people.
It doesn't.
We give it back all the time.
It doesn't, and that's what I mean. So like, positive energy. I mean, like LA said, it saved his life. Positive energy brought me home. You know what I mean? Oh, you wasn't ready for that.
Damn.
It's hard to wrap it up when you hear that type of shit, ain't it?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we can keep talking. It's already a stage, and we can do what we want to do. We need to fill airtime anyway, but I digress. We need more podcasters. So if y'all out there and y'all need a studio home, come
you need a
on
studio
in.
home.
Come on in.
Come on in.
We got some great packages for you. They're cost efficient, and you know
we're not trying to rape your pockets or nothing like that. Come on in.
Opportunity.
Right, and
that's
we
what
got
we all
you.
about.
We
all about creating opportunities.
Right.
Just like my homie Comic Club L.
Right, we dream builders over here. You hear me?
Yeah, man. We ain't trying to tear you down. We trying to build you up.
Right, let's go. You see, I like how you did that.
And that's positive energy. We can see y'all next week. Stay tuned. Peace.
Peace. Here we go.
Man.
What we about to do?
Look, damn.
You can still cry if you want to.
Dang.
I ain't gonna tell nobody, but except the people that's watching on live.
Wow. I ain't gonna tell nobody except for the people watching on live. Bad situation, yeah. Wow, hold on, y'all. We still on
we
air.
got Mike Berry and Tim on the 4th. Damn, that's gonna be a good one.
Okay.
I do what you send me. I don't know these people.
What? Oh yeah, we knew this was gonna be like one of those breakaway episodes, cause it was all about us. Hey, you know what's crazy? Because I forgot that we were supposed to be your guest. I forgot that we were supposed to be your guest. That is crazy. Like that felt good. How you feel, LJ? You wanna cry?
Yeah, we gotta get LJ.
Oh, come on, bring it in. Yeah. Oh, baby, it's all right. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. See on my chin. Hey, you know, earlier he wanted to cry. He wanted to cry just because it's Tuesday. My buddy.
Hey, Kim. We love you, Miss Kim.
What
I want some goddamn Katie did. And your son won't come get them for me.
What?
Because you ain't shit. No, that's what I asked you in the first place. And you told me I ain't doing that.
I said send her the money. I'll pick it up. I did tell you that.
He lied, Kim. He lied. That's what he told me.
Hey. I told her, like, DM her, send her the cash.